Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the August online BDAA chapter event. I'd like to welcome everybody across Australia. I was having a look, you've got a few international guests here today. JDev, yes, we have JDev. I don't think JDev ever misses a meeting. So bulla to you in JDev and all of our Fijian members. There's been a lot of activity this month. We've had to extend the awards because a lot of people were entering, and it just seems that a lot of photographers and builders had not finished exactly on time. So we've given some members some extensions. We'll be putting some links into the chat to allow you to log in and go to any of our links for the conference or the design awards and so forth. Today we'll be having James Hardy on. There's a special announcement, and also we will have Gaynor on to talk more about the conference and some of the speakers that will be attending the conference. But first, I'm going to go over to Carly. So Carly is here from James Hardy. Most of you would know Carly, I guess, from all of those chapter representatives for many years. Carly's been a long-term supporter of the BDAA. And Carly is here. I'm just allowing Carly to become a panelist. Just doing that right now. G'day, Carly. You're muted.
Hi, I'm here.
How you going?
Better review. I'm great.
So before we start, there's a really big announcement. So we'd like to let everybody know that James Hardy is the brand new principal partner of the BDAA. So we'd really like to thank James Hardy, been a partner for more than 2 decades. So it's been a long-term relationship, and we really welcome you stepping up several levels to become the principal partner for the next few years and for many years to come. So Carly, maybe I'll give you a couple of minutes to have a bit of a chat, and then I'll come back.
Okay, excellent. Well, I better share my screen. Thank you, everybody, for having us. Let me just get this back happening. Woo.
Happening.
Now, can you see my screen?
That is perfect, Carly.
There's a couple of little videos in it. So if I get to the videos and you're not hearing anything, just tell me and I'll just move on, okay?
Cool.
So as Chris just announced, look, we are really thankful for having us today, and more importantly, welcoming us back into the fold as principal partners moving forward. You know, we've had a long relationship with the BDAA, and I guess lately James Hardy have been really busy innovating, evolving, and ultimately developing great products and tools that help designers such as yourself, builders, homeowners create beautiful homes. So today, I guess I just wanted to, level the playing field, so to speak, and just give you an update on everything that's been happening with James Hardy. I guess some of you would probably know bits and pieces of this information, but we thought it's just a good reminder. And then obviously as part of our partnership, we've got plenty of opportunities to talk to you throughout the year. And I would encourage you to really feed back to Chris kind of what you want to hear from us, any potential gaps, etc. So, you know, we're always open to, you know, talking to you about whatever suits you. So first of all, we always like to start with a reminder that for us, you know, safety is our number one priority. And we believe safety should be for everyone. So safe places, safe systems, safe people is what drives us to be better every day. And it's really important that we, like in our internal meetings, every single meeting starts with a safety share. And so, you know, it's very, very important to us. So I guess, you know, just a reminder, who is James Hardy? So James Hardy is the #1 producer of high performance fiber cement and fiber gypsum globally. And we are the #1 brand of cladding here in Australia. We have operations in the US, Europe, Australia, New Zealand, and the Philippines. We've got 19 manufacturing plants. We've got 3 R&D centres and over 5,000 employees globally, and have been operating for over 130 years. So, you know, very big company, you know, listed on the New York Stock Exchange and Australian Stock Exchange, you know, have high investment globally in innovation, etc. So, you know, we really feel we're driving sort of the industry forward and, you know, doing a lot of good. Embracing our future really remains rooted in our purpose, and that is building a better future for all. That is an evolved purpose that we sort of launched in the last couple of years, and it's really helped us to define our strategy moving forward, in particular our ESG strategy, which is one of our foundational imperatives. So it was only a couple of years ago that we launched our first sustainability report, and in our second year, we were so encouraged by our progress and possibilities of what can be achieved that we've adopted new, more ambitious goals for our carbon footprint, waste, inclusion and diversity initiatives. All our ESG goals ensure that James Hardie will continue to positively impact our employees, the customers we serve and the communities in which we operate. And we do that through 4 key areas. First of all, planet. So that's about managing our impact on the environment and prioritizing circularity and reducing greenhouse emissions. You may or may not know that I think it was 2 years ago now, we shut down our last coal burner in Carroll Park. And we're working very, very hard to reduce our emissions and water use, etc. Number 2 is about innovation, so transforming new technologies into high quality, sustainable products, solutions and building practices. 3, communities, so building and sustaining our inclusive culture and supporting the communities where we live and work. And finally, zero harm, which I spoke about, which is, obviously very, very important to us every day. So just in case you wanted to know a little bit more specifically about our ESG goals. So basically every year we're revising them. In 2023, we relaunched them in line with climate science goals. But essentially we're focused on reducing emissions. So, and working towards net zero by 2050. We want to save more water. So the goal is to recycle an additional 20 million cubic feet of water per year by 2030. And we're definitely on target to do that. Minimize waste. So zero manufacturing waste to landfill by 2035. And then increase our diversity amongst our leadership teams and also prioritize safety, which is, in a continuously improving goal. So we believe these goals to be industry leading, and we have really, really solid plans to achieve them. Our ESG representative here in APAC has really pushed the business to get very serious about these goals, and we have all sorts of amazing things happening through the manufacturing plants and through the business to help achieve those goals. Supporting these goals are a number of documents and certifications to help you further trust our products. So there will be an updated sustainability report coming out this month that shows our progress against the goals. We're about to finalise Green Tag accreditation in Australia. So we've already got it in New Zealand, and we make in Australia all the product for New Zealand. So it's really just an admin update to get Green Tag certification here. And we have a robust EPD that covers 90% of our product volume and covers full product lifestyle from cradle to grave for a complete picture. And all of those documents are available online. Just losing my voice, Helen. A really important part and something I personally work on within my corporate comms role, but is our charitable giving strategy. So on top of our ESG work, we've got a dedicated commitment across the global operations to charitable giving. And this is centered on 3 specific pillars. So trusted protection. So that's resilient, durable shelter, disaster relief, and then STEM and manufacturing, education, scholarships, and engagement. So, this is quite a new thing for us at James Hardie. We've been doing lots of different sort of charitable giving over the years, but nothing as sort of focused as this strategy. So far we've signed a 3-year agreement with Habitat for Humanity locally, but there's a relationship with Habitat Humanity in different forms or throughout our operations. So we donate products to their projects. So they're often, domestic violence shelters, youth, youth services, etc. And so we not only donate product, but we also volunteer a time. So James Hardie staff go and help out with some of these projects, and we also give them money. We also support their Habitat Women program, which, if you haven't heard it, is an absolutely amazing program that's run out of Meadowbank TAFE. Essentially, that empowers women with a positive learning experience, which builds their confidence and skills in a way that leads to employment in maintenance and repair in the building and construction industry. And so, you know, we've been donating tools and PPE and product to those women, which they're really, really thankful for. We've also donated significant product to a project in Queensland called the Logan Housing Project, which is for young women experiencing homelessness and helping them get back on their feet. We had a very passionate staff member who has historically taken part in the Shitbox Rally. I'm not sure if you've ever heard of that, but it's a fantastic initiative where they drive beat up cars around Australia and they raise money for the Cancer Council. So we offered him and his car a $20,000 donation, which goes straight to the Cancer Council. And then we also do a heap of fundraisers, I'm sure, you know, whether it's, what do we have? Jeans for Jeans Day and, you know, Biggest Morning Tea and all of those kind of things. We do heaps of that stuff, and James Hardie dollar matches, which is fantastic. That may be, all that stuff is something that maybe you've never heard about before, but it's something that is really important to us. So I guess why use Hardie products? You know, yes, we're not the only fibre cement company out there, but we know we have a unique, superior formulation. I mean, we invented fibre cement and we've sort of built it to be the product that it is today. You know, built for tough Australian conditions and ready for life, what life throws at it. Hardie fibre cement is resistant to fire and rot, resistant to damage from moisture and termites. It's easy to install, low maintenance, and helps to facilitate versatile design, delivering modern facades that you're proud to come home to. Recently, James Hardie certified its range of Hardie fibre cement products with the Australian-made logo. The famous logo, excuse me, is a true mark of Aussie authenticity and is the most trusted and recognised country of origin symbol. I think post-pandemic, it became really obvious to us that, you know, being Australian-made and actually talking about it was very important to people. And often people don't understand that some of our competitors aren't made in Australia. So it was really important for us to actually align with Australian made. So, and, you know, by making our fibre cement in Australia, we proudly support and grow local manufacturing capability, help create jobs, strengthen local industries, and bolster surrounding communities. Now, I'm just going to play a video. So just tell me, Chris, if you can't hear the volume, and I'll stop. Any?
No.
No?
Yes, just got to turn it up a bit.
Say that again?
You've just got to turn it up a little bit. We had it.
Oh, so you could hear it a little bit?
Yeah, it was just starting.
Here we go. Up. Yeah, I'll share. Sorry about that. Let's try. Now, turn it up.
Carly, it's not, the audio's not working. You might need to give a bit of commentary over the top.
Say that again.
The audio
can't hear.
Yeah, the audio is not clear, so you might want to give the commentary over the top.
Okay, hang on. Let me try one more, and then and I'll otherwise give up. Share screen. Oh, I think I know how to advance. Share sound.
It worked yesterday when we trialed it. So
yeah, hang on. Video.
While you're looking, tell the members a little bit about the product coalition that BDAA is involved with.
Sure.
So basically what the BDAA has started to do is we're part of a product coalition with the master builders and Queensland and Victoria. It's basically a coalition where we're putting emphasis on endorsement of products. And Carly, we had a chat about this, that it's starting to come into play, and we're putting a big push that products need to have QR codes that people can look at the product. It doesn't matter where the product is, you're able to basically scan the QR code, find out where the product's been manufactured, and authenticity that it actually is from where it says. And within the next 20 or so years, those companies will be held accountable. So for those people claiming to have UV stability for 20 years and so forth, if it's not, well, then, it's all documented. So that's something that's coming in. And so I'll touch on that a bit more, and I'll let you give one more shot, Carly. Otherwise, you'll give the commentary.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to work because it's not allowing me to
just mute it and talk through the process, because we've been in the factory and we can see that the panels are produced.
So look, I mean, to be honest, I'll move on, because it's just, all I would say is have a look at the video. It's quite a good
Can you put the link in the chat, perhaps, Carly, and then members can have a look?
Yeah, I will.
There's been an issue lately with streaming with video, with audio.
It didn't let me select what the normal.
I had a Teams meeting with the government yesterday, and they had the same issue on Teams. However, they did trial it the day before. So
all good. I'll send the link at the end.
Perfect. Yep.
But look, the Australian made thing's been really interesting and timely, I guess. It's become, one of the most important things to a lot of our customers, and it's a fair bit of effort to kind of get the accreditation, but we're really backing it now, and we've only got our two manufacturing plants in Australia, so Carroll Park and Rose Hill, which many of you would have probably visited one of them, and we always, actually, that's one thing as part of our partnership that we'd love to do more of. I always love a factory tour. I don't know about you, but I think it's actually very, very interesting. So anyway, that's a great opportunity for everyone.
Factory tours are fantastic. Gives designers perspective on the materials. The most important thing for designers' perspective is actually material handling and understanding how that material is going to be transported, and I guess logistics, whether it's transported there or handled on site. Many times, as a builder in the past, I'd been given drawings from designers in the past, and we're going, how are you going to get that material there? It weighs so much, we can't get a crane down the street. And that's not part of the thought process in the design. So the material handling is really important. And people get a good perspective when we go in the factory tours, because they go, oh, wow, that's a decent bit of weight there behind that product. So yes, we understand now it's not just a one man or one woman carrying this product.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's great. And they do a pretty mean tour there at Rose Hill. So well worth the visit. But just in terms of the product portfolio, obviously, I wanted to give you a bit of an update on us as a business. But, in terms of what we make, yes, we are, James Hardie are a fibre cement manufacturer. Sometimes I think you forget that that's our core product, and we make different products across cladding, flooring, eaves, decking, and internal linings. We tend to, in the last couple of years, we've kind of grouped our premium residential cladding into two collections. So Hardie Architectural Collection is really our sort of premium cladding for more of a modern look, and then the Hamptons collection, more of that classic sort of Hamptons look. And we also have tried and trusted staples for buildings, such as, you would know, Villa Board, Secure Flooring, and products such as Hardie Wrap Weather Barrier, and then a range of proprietary accessories that help, obviously, the products go on the wall. So the Hardie Architectural Collection features a range of distinctive exterior cladding textures and profiles that can be painted any colour and combined for personalised looks. So each product now has a 25-year warranty, so that we recently did a review of all of our warranties, and a whole heap of them went up to 25. And obviously we code mark certify all of our products as well. And I'm just going to quickly go through our sort of core product, just to give you a reminder of what we've got. So Hardy Brush Concrete Cladding is the newest addition to the Hardy Architectural Collection. So there's an embedded texture that's sort of reminiscent of softly brushed concrete, and it delivers an exterior finish that's sort of visually sophisticated and dynamic. So that's quite a unique product, that one, and we're starting to see it getting used on a multiple range of homes. Hardy Oblique Cladding is really for one-of-a-kind facades. So there's the 200 and 300 mil widths, and the boards can be arranged in unique combinations or on their own. And I guess the unique thing about them is the groove, where you have like one straight and one chamfered side. So they're really the design of the boards are really to sort of throw that deep shadow. So what we're finding is that because I guess there's a desire for that look and sometimes a desire for standing seam metal, this is sort of like I guess a more affordable version of that sort of look. And we're finding that despite the fact that this is fairly new product, it's going nuts. So that's great. So Axon, hugely popular, much loved product, panel product, is ideal for contemporary upper story and ground floor extensions. The grooved panels offer the clean lines of a sort of a VJ timber look. So Hardy Fine Texture Cladding was, a recent-ish innovation. So the embedded sand-like texture delivers a modern render look without the need for a renderer. So the subtle effect diffuses light and gives a fine matte finish. So we've found this innovation. We won a Good Design Award for this product. And, in a market where, we're trying to reduce trades on site, get houses built quicker, it's been incredibly popular. So it's, one of our fastest growing products ever. Everyone's favorite weatherboard, linear weatherboard, is both tough and beautiful and casts terrific horizontal shadows on the facade. You can harness the features and charm of traditional weatherboard styles, but without the hassles of timber. We're seeing it used in all sorts of different ways, and, for really modern looks as well. So everyone always loves a linear home. Strier cladding really just features the deep grooves that are created with the shiplaps of the individual boards. They offer easy, no fuss way to deliver strong horizontal lines to the modern home and vertical, and can be installed vertically with ease, enabled by our brand new Hardy structural batten. So if you haven't seen the Hardy structural batten, it's essentially a castellated batten that sits behind the product, and it gives you a sort of a structural backing in which to sort of adhere the boards to. So yeah, we can talk to you about that on another call. So finally, with a clean, modern appearance, matrix cladding offers a bold industrial aesthetic, and the 10 mil express joint allows for a variety of geometric designs. Good to know that the Hardy Architectural Collection offers an integrated solution of selected Hardy cladding products and accessories to deliver whole of home looks from the ground up. So, and now given the, pressure on compliance and documentation in builds, we created this joints and junctions application guide, which allows you to confidently connect multiple cladding profiles with James Hardy approved solutions. So basically there's a whole lot of internal junctions, external junctions, horizontal and vertical junctions, giving you a James Hardy approved kind of junction detail. And all of those details are supported by Revit and ArchiCAD BIM content to make the process even easier. Speaking of BIM, all of our BIM content is being made through our partner IGS to the very best quality to ensure ease of use. So all Revit, ArchiCAD and CAD libraries are easily found on our website and through bimcontent.com. Now this is going to screw me up because I actually only have a video for this, but that's fine. I might actually just jump out and quickly go to the website.
While you
So
do that, Carly, I'll just quickly, there's a quick question.
yes,
I know the answer, but you need to answer. Does James Hardy
yeah,
do a cement fascia board?
cement fascia board. Yes. Now, I'm just working out what we actually list as our fascias. Would it be in eaves and soffits?
Builders generally make it cutting up the thicker sheets anyway and running a groove in the back of it.
And sometimes do people use matrix as well sometimes
Yeah,
for fascias?
yeah.
Isn't that bad? I don't know what the right answer would be.
I've just given it to you.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. So just in terms of the modern forecast, so if you go, we've got sort of the website showing it all here. But if you haven't already heard about the modern forecast, we recently commissioned a huge study into the direction of modern home design in Australia and New Zealand. So the James Huddy forecast is a result of unprecedented research into what is really driving contemporary home landscapes now and in the future. So just to give a bit more context, so we've used a sort of an AI engine to scope what people are talking about, kind of images, etc. And what it does is it sort of aggregates groups of images to show you kind of what the kind of emerging trends are, and what are the sort of most popular trends in Australia. And what we've done as part of that research is not only launch the forecast, which sort of talks about the sociological and political and environmental things that are kind of affecting our residential landscape, but then we've made design handbooks for every style. And the idea here is, you know, if you've got a client that's come to you, they've kind of got half of an idea of what their brief is, they need some extra information. We've done these amazing handbooks that show, you know, the different styles, the kind of, you know, internal fixtures you would use, what are the features, and it's really helping, you know, that sort of semi-clueless client, or, you know, to really hone in on what it is that they love about things that they're seeing on Pinterest, etc. You know, check it out. It's pretty cool stuff. You know, some great inspiration there for each of the home styles. So the home styles being modern farmhouse, modern heritage, box modern, Japandi, which to be honest was like a little bit of a whisper in the research 2 years ago, and it's easily been one of the biggest ones for us, and it's just growing at a rate of knots. Barn, modern coastal, and you know my favorite, mid-century.
Carly, you haven't got the website up. You've still got your PowerPoint presentation. Quick
Oh
question.
shit!
I've got some questions here that
Sorry.
what lengths do the boards come at on average?
We've just extended them to 3,000, and so we've gone up from 2,750 to 3,000, and then often and then another one at 4 or 4.2. I can't remember. I think it's 4. Maybe it's 4.2 actually. Yeah, because we found that I think we used to have one at 2,750 in the oblique and stria, and we just found that with, you know, peaked roofs and barn style houses, etc., it wasn't you know, they weren't long enough, so we made them long enough and recently launched those. So sorry, just quickly, can you see the modern page now?
Yep.
Light's just gone off. So basically, if you go to our website, you'll sort of see the modern homes forecast, but then each of the design handbooks has a whole heap of content on here that explains the look and then explains the design features and sort of gives you some inspiration of what products would go well with that look. And, you know, different things that you would use inside. So we knew that we can't just talk about a look without talking and just talk about James Hardie stuff. So we've tried to sort of give a holistic look at, you know, colors, paint colors, products that would go with that look. So really good sort of you know, we get that you guys as building designers are really across this stuff, but I guess the tools are meant to be a discussion point between client and designer. And hopefully some of this stuff really helps just get people to brief more succinctly and hopefully make the process, you know, a bit more efficient for you.
Is that Neil
So
Whittaker
that's
in putting the combinations together?
Yeah, no, Neil's been great because he used Stria on his recent like he's got a little sort of Airbnb at the back of his place in Bowral, and he's a massive advocate, and yeah, and we've been working with him really closely with our legacy with the block, which is actually something that I haven't mentioned in this presentation, but we're going to be heavily on the block this year, so keep an eye out. I know designers have a love-hate relationship with the block, but you know, it's by, you know, I mean, it's such a huge TV show that you sort of can't avoid it. Let me just move on from this. So sorry. Oh, okay. So yeah. So anyway, and so I just wanted to quickly touch on just in terms of tools to help you, you know, do what you need to do. Any of you that know of where James Hardy's been, you would probably remember our old Axel website, which was sort of a trade portal, which is now called My Hardy's. This is a portal that is evolving all the time. We've spent a lot of money kind of developing it, but it's still got a long way to go. But the idea is that it's got some, you know, specific tools like little visualizers, product information and guides, technical support. And I think what has been really, really popular is a free takeoff service that happens through My Hardy's. But anyway, just, you know, something to know about and sort of log in and use. And then finally, it's just important to sort of understand who's behind the phone when you call 13 11 03. So sitting behind me, actually behind this wall, is customer link and technical support. So whether it's you've got any bespoke product inquiries, or, you know, anything you want to know about installation, etc., they're an amazing group of guys that know absolutely everything about our product. And if you just want to get in touch with a sales rep, you know, just go through to these guys first, and they'll just put you onto anyone that you need. And then just remember, like My Hardy's, we've got loads of product information. We've got access to training development, you know, takeoff tools, etc., throughout the business. And, you know, and me as a marketing person, I always make sure that I remind you that we can give you amazing exposure on your project. So if you're using James Hardy, you know, please let us know, and you can just email us through the website, you can tag us through Instagram, etc. But we're now at a point where we've got 120,000 Instagram followers, which is really quite big. I mean, we're I think just underneath Dulux. But, you know, our exposure and reach is really, really wide. So, and, you know, we love it when we hear about your projects. So please feed them in. And that's all I had.
Thank you, Carly. Another fantastic way to get your projects promoted is to enter them in the design awards.
Absolutely.
Partner awards, enter your projects. You've still got some time. We extended it. So enter your projects that's got James Hardy product on them in the industry partner awards. You could be promoted nationally by James Hardy as well as a BDAA.
Yep. Exactly. So that's all I had to talk about today. I mean, there's obviously lots more that we'll talk to you about across the year, but yeah, let me know if there's anything. Looks like there's some chat stuff.
Yep. So we are running a little bit behind time, Carly.
That's fine.
So just quickly, everybody, so I want to thank you on behalf of the BDAA's board and our members for coming on as the new principal partner of the BDAA. We're looking forward to this new relationship, an expanded and growing relationship for many more years to come. And really want to thank you again for many, many years of support. And we look forward to working with James Hardy every day.
Great. Thank you. Am I okay to jump off now?
You can jump off and get back to your team. Thank you very much.
All right. Let us know if you need anything. Okay. Thank you. Bye.
We will. Bye, Carly. Thanks a lot. So everybody, I'll be bringing on Gaynor. Gaynor's going to be talking about the conference. We've got a lot to talk about. Those of you who haven't got tickets, why? Buy them. I'm going to put up the link. I think I've put the link already, but I'm going to put it up again. Make sure you come. Everybody talks about the conference. Those who turn up for the first time always say that they wish they had turned up earlier. and they're generally back each year if circumstances allow them to. Gaynor should be coming on now. And I'm going to start to put up some links once again on the conference itself.
I am here, Chris. Can you see me now? Yep.
I can't see. I can hear you.
Okay.
You can keep talking.
Do you want me to share the screen and start, or?
Absolutely.
Okay. Can you see that?
Yep. Now you've just got to hit the bottom button. Perfect.
All good?
Yep.
Okay, great. So, hi everyone. This is an update. For the fine details, everything is now 99% up to date on the National Festival of Design website, but I'm going to run through visuals of what's happening. So trade night is the first thing on Thursday, the 7th of November from 5 till 9, and that's being held at Rest Point Casino. It's being officially opened by Deputy Premier of Tasmania, Michael Ferguson MP, who's the Treasurer and Minister for Infrastructure. So he's going to do the official opening for us. Now we've got an Ask Me Anything sort of a panel. Definitely got there Mark Dewsbury and his expertise on condensation, and Toby Wilkin on thermal assessing. We're also hopefully getting Chris Bonner from Heritage Tasmania as well, and maybe more. We've sort of, everything is work in progress until the doors open. We'll have our drawing class again at the trade show, which for those of you that were in Melbourne may have got to do that with Kylie Mitchell. So she's coming. She'll be doing that for us at the trade show. For those of you that may or may not know, Frank Geskus has a podcast called Building Design Prime Time, and they will be there live at the trade show. We've also got a duo to create some ambience while we're having some nibbles and drinks. Jess and Sean, who are a local Hobart duo. You can look them up as well. Now, exhibitors so far, you might think there's not many there. That's because I've been focusing on the conference. So the conference is 95.9% complete. I've only got onto the trade show in the last 2 weeks. So these are bookings so far. And this is what I'll need to keep you up to date on this moving forward. Moving on to the conference, what I've done here is in no particular order, I'm highlighting the topics. So as I said before, if you go to the National Festival of Design website, you can see exactly who's speaking on each of these topics and the days that they're on, whether it's the Friday or the Saturday. So we've got AI. It also says on the website whether or not the presentations are formal CPDs, and we have got quite a few this year. So we've got AI. We've got architecture hardware. So we've got an interior designer who's created her own range of products, but it wasn't an easy task. Somebody came along, stole all her ideas and went and made them themselves. She went to court, she came back out of court and started again, and now has a successful range of products. So she's going to be talking about that amongst interior design. We've got a business panel. Not confirmed exactly who is going to be on there, but what we're looking for is somebody from marketing. I've just got off the phone from a lady in Hobart. Actually, she's an architect who now runs a marketing agency. So it looks like she's going to be coming to talk about marketing. We're looking at HR, VA, business coach, accountant, and IT, all specializing in small business and all and law as well. So as I said, the business panel is going to be made up of different areas of business, specializing in small business and where possible, specializing in design type businesses. We've also got a presentation on connection to country. One of our keynote speakers, Simon Banks, is going to be talking about innovation and creativity. We've got condensation and design. On the Saturday, the second day, the last session between 3 and 4, we're creating a hands-on demonstration hub. This is basically some of the people from the trade show, some of our speakers have spoken about wanting to have more one-on-one contact with our delegates. So whether that's giving a demonstration, up close, whether that's you having a go at the AI design, making mood boards, basically talking to some of the people from the business panel. So that's going to be the last session on the Saturday evening before the awards dinner. So I've got about 6 people confirmed to that at the moment, but as we're booking trade tables and as I'm speaking and confirming all the speakers, more of them are interested in being in here. So it'll be a good little area for you to sort of be a bit more up close and personal with some of the presenters. There'll be a discussion from the Australian Institute of Disaster Resilience. Haven't quite got the shape of that yet, but it's a definite. Lighting from touch. So this is a local Hobart lighting designer who's actually legally visually impaired. A beautiful man, and he's going to be talking about how he continues to use power tools, even though apparently it's illegal for legally blind people to even use scissors. So he's got a very interesting story.
Gaynor, can I just say, after chatting with him, you'd go to the conference just to hear this gentleman talk. Yeah. He will be talking about how a visually impaired person can actually feel more about design than people that are visual, because he actually has to take on a lot more senses to find out what he's doing. I think it's actually amazing. I have seen him in action, and I do get a bit worried when I see some of the stuff he does. However, this guy is all over it, and it really is inspirational to see what someone that has such an impairment can actually do. And I think a lot of designers will be able to relate that back to their design. He's able to talk about how he feels a room and so forth, which a lot of people take for granted. These are senses that he's using that most people take for granted.
Yeah. And one of the things he did mention, I'm not sure that it's going to be possible, his workshop is only 200 meters away from where our conference is. And when I initially spoke to him, he said, look, if anyone's interested in coming and having a look, I'd be happy to show them around, because obviously he has things in place to protect himself, and he's got it all set up in a way that probably only he could use. But anyway, that's something you can talk to him about. He is going to be in the hands-on area because he wants to talk about specifying by touch. So he'll be in the hands-on demonstration hub on the Saturday as well. We're having a presentation on steel and design. We've got a panel on the NCC 2025. Can't name names yet, but I think we've got 3 people there. A presentation on colour and design. We've also got upgrading existing buildings, and the same presentation includes accessibility and design as well. We're also going to be raising funds for Hobart Women's Shelter during the conference and actually during the trade show as well. And they've set themselves a huge goal of building 25 homes, because their shelter, which is a shelter, that can't take enough people. So they're moving families into these newly built homes for a period of 12 months until hopefully they can get themselves back on their feet, so that they're creating more space to help more people. So they've already built 2. And we're going to be raising funds. They've got a buy a brick campaign, so we're going to be selling bricks at the conference with a bit of a twist, but that's who we'll be raising funds for during the conference. We're also got a presentation on building off-site. So as I said, I'm not giving exact details here. This is sort of to whet your appetite.
You don't want to give too much away, Gaynor.
No, exactly. Designing Places with Andrew Hoyne. So their organisation, Hoyne, actually creates this amazing book. I think we might have a couple of those to win or to give away. And Andrew Hoyne is our other keynote speaker on the Saturday. Thermal design, another topic. The two architects who designed this are going to be talking about how it came about. And it is in Hobart. It's called the Glass House. And we've got a presentation from the Women in Construction. Okay, that's it for the conference. As I said, all the detail is on the website. The networking evening on the Friday is going to be at Deep South Brewing Co. And that's thanks to our partner, Nero Tapware. So as far as you're concerned, that's a free evening of a little bit of food and drinks. So that's on the Friday evening from 6:30 to 8:30. On the Saturday evening from 6:30, we've got the National Awards Gala Dinner. So I don't have anything about the awards here. I've just got where it is and what's happening. So it's at the Crown Plaza, hosted by Deborah de Jong, who is an interior designer. Not that that really matters. She's going to keep us all in line so that everything goes smoothly, I say laughingly. We've also got Sugar Train, who is a band that's going to come on and help you celebrate at the end of the evening, or the end of the awards, I should say. And we're raising funds at the gala dinner for two very similar, they're associated, these businesses. The Groom to Go is for males and the Dress for Success is for women. And it's just helping people get back on their feet. Confidence, Clothing and Connections is their sort of strap line. So we'll have more about that as we go through, but we'll be raising money at the dinner for those causes. Now we've got a few festival extras on the Sunday. But if there's not going to be anybody there, they're not going to happen. So we do need you to, on the ticketing site, Mona is down there. So this is a tour of Mona for those of you who don't know. It's a famous, what is it?
The museum.
Thank you.
Can I just say to everyone that there's a fantastic story behind it. Those of you who don't know, the funds were raised to build that through going to casinos around the world, raising funds that way. Obviously, the owner is now banned from casinos around the world. He was a very smart guy. I think it's a fantastic, although I don't agree in gambling myself, I think it was a fantastic initiative to give back. So yeah, it's very, very cool. It's a very cool museum for those of you who haven't been.
So this is one of the events. The other one that I only just found out about this week is Open House Hobart is actually on the Sunday that we are there. They're not releasing the houses. It's usually 80 to 90 for Hobart. I think it's the end of September that they actually release them. So we're going to offer something like 12, 16 tickets, something like that. I'm going to organise a local person from Hobart who can actually lead that tour so that they can talk you through the properties as well. Not that that's needed, but I think that will just add to it. And then we'll end with lunch. So this one isn't on the website yet. I've spoken to Darren, and in the next couple of days, this one will be up. So please, if you are interested, show your interest, and then we will definitely book it and organise it. And then the other one is for us to have a private wine tasting and lunch at a winery not too far from Hobart. And again, what we're doing with that one is an expressions of interest. So that will be going up on the ticketing list, hopefully by the end of this week. We'll keep you posted. If you're interested in any of those three, please, you can book the Mona one or show interest in the Open House Hobart and the winery. And obviously, if there's enough interest, we will definitely book them. So I've spoken to people. It's in the pipeline. I just haven't booked it in case there isn't anybody that's interested. And I think that's it. So you'll get much more detail there. And yeah.
I think if everybody keeps a monitor on that website, we'll send everybody information on any updates that come through. In relation to, Gaynor was talking about some of the speakers and so forth, what we're trying to do is confirm them. We've got speakers for all presentations. All we're waiting on is for confirmation from the speakers or their agents or their managers, because many times we've had speakers booked and then they've pulled out last second. We're trying to lock them in with contracts and so forth so we don't give any false hope. So they're all there. We're just waiting on that. We've also got some government officials, local government officials that we've spoken to. We're not permitted to make any announcement over them either at this stage. I guess because they're looking at their calendars. They have nominated certain people within the local government to come to the conference. However, they will confirm who will be attending closer towards the date. Gaynor, are you still there? Gone. Okay, so
Yeah.
oh, you're still there. Okay.
Yes.
So any information that anyone's got, write to us. You can write to Gaynor. Do you want your email out, or do you want mine, or what would you like to?
If it's not about, I bought a ticket and I forgot to tick this box, it goes to you.
To send all your queries to ceo@bdaa.com.au and I'll direct them to the right parties. Yes, we've got some questions there and info on extension of design awards. Yes, the announcement was put out in the President's report. So it's being extended to the 14th of this month, midnight. Also, people are talking about CPD not working on their iPhones. Messages have been going out to members about this. We've notified members on numerous occasions. Please keep your records of your CPD. The CPD app is not going to be continuing with the BDAA. We are developing a whole new association management system which has the CPD within it. So any CPD that BDAA members attend that is put on by the BDAA will automatically be logged into your portal. Each member will have their own portal page. So even non-members who are accredited with the BDAA will have a portal page. There you will see all your information. You'll be able to update your information. You'll be able to put any information from third-party CPD providers, uploading a certificate of competency or attendance, and you'll be able to upload that in your profile as well. We're looking at updating our CPD requirements as well to align, I guess, more with industry. So we're looking at formal and informal points. So I hope I've covered everything. Gaynor, I think we've got quite a few tickets sold already to the conference, so don't miss out because we do have limited numbers to the conference.
Chris?
Yep.
Sorry, can I just say, I'm just looking through the chats and somebody's mentioned that it looks like the Mona event is sold out.
Yes.
I know it does say sold out. I don't think that's correct.
Well, we'll have a look at that. I did see that, so let's have a look at that first before we say anything. There was limited tickets, however, it could have sold out, over the weekend. So I'll check on that and we'll let everybody know. But yeah, we're looking at putting on multiple events. Again, as putting on multiple events. Gaynor, I want to thank you for all your efforts as well, because I know how much effort's gone into this conference. It takes over a year to organise, and we're already working on next year as well, so everybody knows. We'll be disclosing where that venue is at the conference. So those of you that want to know, got to get to that conference.
The only clue is it's going to be warmer. Warmer than Tassie.
We don't give any clues, Gaynor. No clues are given. Tassie's warm sometimes. I went there and I could wear a t-shirt and shorts, which I wasn't prepared for. So, so look, we'll make that announcement at the conference. Again, the design awards have been extended, so make sure that if you haven't got your entries completed, complete it. If you haven't yet started, start. It's really beneficial to you and your business. Being a finalist can really boost your business. We get a lot of feedback from members who have been finalists in the national awards, and they do recommend anyone else doing or putting an entry forward because of the fact that how much that has assisted their business. They put on their email signatures that they're a national award finalist or a national award winner if they're lucky enough. It does boost your business without you having to advertise it. So we're coming to the end of the hour. I want to thank Gaynor for all her efforts. I want to thank all of our team at the BDAA, our staff and our accreditation team. I know that those of you that are looking for accreditation, the New South Wales government is looking to make an announcement. They said they'd like to make the announcement this year about Class 1. They're looking at having a 12-month threshold to grandfather people across. So those of you that are considering, please make sure you do look into accreditation and beat the rush, because the BDAA has concerns about how many non-accredited designers there are out there in the industry that will be looking for accreditation. I've just put the accreditation link in the chat. Ian and the team will be able to help you out. The team has done a fantastic job. We've been onto this for over 20 years. This is a national accreditation scheme, which is being, basically adopted nationally. Where we talk to governments across Australia in relation to this scheme. They are talking about the importance of accreditation. They believe that it's the next level of a designer. So they believe that, it is a way of proving, I guess, that you are a step above, that you're putting extra CPD, that you're putting extra effort in, and so forth. And it's like a chartered membership. It's what people aspire to. On that note, thank you once again to all of our accreditation team. Thank you to all of our chairs around Australia. Thank you to all of the people that attended the Gold Coast event this week, where the board attended. It was a fantastic mini event that we had. Once again, thank you to all of our international guests as well that are taking the time. We know that you're in different time zones, I guess, like our WA members. So thank you once again. We look forward to seeing you next month, and we will keep you posted on any updates in relation to the Conference of Design Awards and so forth. Make sure you get your entries in, and we'll see you in Hobart.